How's it going, raging homosexuals? We are here. I don't know where we are at in the video, but I just figured I would record myself actually speaking for once, playing the game. It's been a long while. We've done a lot of videos so far, and I have not spoken
Minions have spawned
for quite some time. So, how's it going, homos? Dear God. Man, we've had a lot of matches and lobbies. For a while, I was playing Anubis, and he was massively strong. What the? There's something wrong with my UI. Oh, I see.
Thanks.
Fare thee well.
You know, something I realize is that I spent a long time playing this game, raging. You know, when I look back, because I looked back at some of my videos in Smite 1 from last year. And then this year, of course, we've been playing Smite, Smite 2. And man, during the alpha, dude, right? I had a couple of times where I sat there and I got really angry at this game. There was a point where I had cursed out this game, if you remember that. It was the last video I did for... Last video I did for the alpha before we headed eventually into the beta, which is now. And I remember cursing out the game. And it's just weird, like, kind of looking back, because, I don't know, I came back to the game, that's for one, and then I haven't really had as much reason to be pissed off. We're dead. That's nice. Biatch. Ow! Ow! Okay. Man, maybe I need to play Shock again. He kind of does a lot of damage. I don't know, you know, it's like... So, I originally got really angry with this game a lot. And this is something, by the way, I've been thinking about recently, so that's largely why we're talking about it. It's just weird to me because I haven't really had as much reason to get angry at this game like I used to, like a year ago, or, you know, not that, well, nearly a year ago when I started Smite 2, the Smite 2 alpha. Yeah, wow. Anyways, so, you know, things are different, and I just, it's a little bit, I guess, surreal for me, in a strange way. Yeah, come on, biatch, take it. Take it in the butthole. Let me, culturally enrich your existence with, diversity. Up your butthole. Biatch. Yeah, anyway, so... Gotcha, biatch. You dead.
An enemy has been slain.
You know, this game is so much better than Smite 1. Man, Smite 1 is incredibly rough around the edges. I miss so many abilities. Part of the reason why, whenever I played Smite 1, I raged all the time, was all because of how freaking janky the game was. I could not land abilities in Smite 1. It was terrible. Smite 2 is just way smoother. Therefore, better game. Just way better. Alright. Well, it looks like I'm boned. See ya. Yeah. So anyways, it's just been interesting to think about that recently for me. It's like, wow, you know, I'm not raging that much. I mean, you know, there's still matches I have where I'm like, love of God, but yeah, this game's just better. I don't know how much better, but you know, it's better. I've been able to stick with it and not get too angry. And then on top of that, the matchmaker actually feels better in this game, you know. Like, I actually feel like I'm in lobbies of diamond players most of the time. And we finally got to diamonds. I mean, I get into some lobbies and I'm like, love of God, but whatever, you know. Oh, come on.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, come on, Cuckoo, Kachu, you freaking cock. Let's go. You and me, mano y mano. With our clothing off. Probably not gay. Swear it's not gay.
You can't run from your fate.
Your left tower is under attack.
It's only gay when there's eye contact.
An ally
Oh
has been slain.
my.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Defend the gold fury.
So anyway, I am seething at this game far less often now. I notice it's largely because I think they actually did improve the matchmaker where you're playing with people that you should be playing with. Now, I don't know if that's actually true. It could just be okay, guy. It could just be because I finally carried my lobbies with a broken character named Anubis, and I was able to pull myself out of the frickin' bronze leagues and, well, no, I'm sorry, retard leagues, where all the frickin' tards go to play. I guess I pulled myself out of it. Ow.
To the face.
See ya. See ya. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I was playing a character that was really strong and it got me to diamond, so. And this is where I feel like I kind of belong. I mean, there's some matches where I should be getting victories and that's not happening, so that is upsetting, but whatever. I think for the most part, I at least feel like I'm actually playing against people that
Your right
are
tower is under attack.
realistic for me. Oh! No way, son.
Out of mana. My apologies. I am not alone.
He survived that. Dang. So I don't know. Maybe it's that the matchmaker's not better, but I just simply used an OP character to get myself into diamond.
Your right tower
Could just be
is under
that.
attack.
I think it might be that, but man, people were saying that Yamoja was good. Damage Yamoja. I was trying to use her. And she's not. She sucks. She barely does any damage. It's pathetic. I was like, jeez, man, this is terrible. So I don't know why people say that she's good when clearly she's not.
Your right tower is under attack.
I mean, she gets a lot of spray. Okay, guy. Ah. Ah. Yeah.
Enemy missing. Be careful.
Come on, whore.
To the face.
Game right lane.
You and me.
My way.
Mano y mano and stuff.
To the face. Fame and glory.
Please. Please. I don't want to die. Oh my. Morgan missed that. Yikes. The issue with playing as Morgan is that you stress out so much. You only have so many seconds to actually use the abilities. So you end up missing abilities even when you shouldn't be. And it's just because you're used to playing as Morgan. We had that one match as Morgan, by the way. And that went pretty well. But anyway, Yamoja's just disappointing. That's all I have to say about her.
An ally has been slain.
One must not be distracted by past misgivings.
True, I think.
Forgive me, for I have sinned.
Pretty nice voice pack.
Your last tower is under
Makes me
attack.
feel like a man, an alpha male. Man, dude, so many people are cocks. So many people are cocks. It's the reason why I didn't give up on my channel. I was about to give up on my channel, but then I just looked around myself and I was like, everyone's a freaking feminist cock. And then I was like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna continue my channel then. Because screw these people. I will be the opposition to the feminist cocklords. So I went ahead and I resist like a Black Lives Matter activist.
Your middle tower is under attack. An enemy
I am the resistance, the shock trooper on the battlefield, committing crime at maximum velocity,
double kill.
mostly as cultural enrichment. I am brave, I am beautiful, and I am black. Therefore, I commit crimes. And you know, the carnage I leave upon people in their communities, it's okay, because at least I'm black. Because I'm black, I'm not racist and stuff. And because I'm black, obviously, there's something more morally ethical about myself than other people. You know how it is. Because I'm black. Oh, no, whore. Show respect. Show respect to women. Show respect to women. My character is female.
Is under attack.
Yours is not. It would be bigoted to attack me. And if you are a bigot, you should be executed by a black man. Because diversity is our strength. I personally like it when I sacrifice my daughter and my girlfriend to a black man.
Retreat middle lane.
Makes me feel like a man.
An enemy has been slain.
That's what the liberals tell me. And therefore I agree. I'm gonna do something different with this build. I don't know what it's gonna look like though, yet. We will see. I did do a few things with this build that maybe I...
Your right
What's
tower
typically
is under
the
attack.
items I go? I usually find myself liking to play magical characters in this game.
An enemy has been
On
slain.
my way.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh.
My apologies. Cancel that.
Awkward. Yeah, anyways, everyone's a giant cock. I just have to say that again because they're all cocks.
Left lane.
Cocks. Biatch.
An enemy has been slain.
I will flay you with my blade.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I will introduce your daughter to a black man for diversity.
To the face.
Try me, punk.
Your middle tower is under attack.
You don't know Shaniqua.
An ally has been slain.
If I were a black woman, I would have already ascended this life form that I merely inhabit as a vessel.
To the face.
Sadly, I'm not black. Not yet. Oh, but it's coming.
Has been slain.
Flee, fool. To the face.
Try me, queer. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, yeah. Are you ready? You ready, freaking nerd? What you gonna do? My name's Mulan. Get it straight.
To the face.
If you're not straight, you're gay. If you're gay, you're disgusting.
The fire giant.
Do not falter.
Godly wrath.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your team has destroyed the pyromancer.
Fear not, for I will save you.
do I typically build for physical? I don't know. I really am trying to remember. It's kind of tough.
Enemy spotted.
It's not good.
To the face.
Killing
How much is this?
Hey.
enemy spotted.
Do not falter. Enemy missing right. My apologies.
An enemy has been slain. Defy.
Watch your feet.
It amazes me how many people are just raging egalitarians. A lot of people are just lame and gay. It really is just that simple. A lot of people believe in freaking made up modern day nonsense. A liberal phenomenon. They believe in stuff like karma, which does not exist. And you have a lot of people who are so retarded. I mean, a lot of people, there's this new thing where people are saying this. People have not been saying this for a while, and now they do. It's very interesting.
Your
People
team
are
has destroyed a left enemy tower.
nice. What the frick am I building? People are now talking about how anytime someone's rich and wealthy, it's because they're evil and they're bad, and there's something that they did to step on other people to get there, which is absolutely made up. You're a retard if you believe in that. Now, if you believe that people through taxation are evil and they got to where they are illegitimately, well, then you would happen to have a point, because yes, through taxation,
Attack left lane.
Your left tower is under attack.
where's Poseidon?
Defend the
Through taxation, you do have a lot of people who are actually evil, who made their money through robbing from you. Yeah, just you know, the American people. It's just that simple, you know, or other governments. Taxation is evil, and those who do become millionaires and billionaires through the government, yeah, they probably are evil. But, you know, people, they overlook that, and they're just like, if you just make good money, you're evil. And it's like, I mean, okay, so everyone should be a communist. We should all distribute the wealth. Like, people are freaking retarded because they never specify their arguments. That's always number one. Oh, that's just wrong.
Enemy has been slain.
You need to specify your arguments, or else you just want to have a shotgun blast and have spite, just have spite against random people. It's like, okay, you know. And by the way, there's a lot of poor people who are actually evil. There's a lot of, like, just meet poor people. I mean, I don't recommend it really, but I mean, if you're freaking retarded and you believe in this freaking bullcrap, you need to meet freaking poor people, because you don't know what they are. And the second that you know more about how poor people think and how they act, you'll realize that they're better off being massively executed en masse than they are actually existing and living and breathing. Okay? You'll realize that very quickly. So this weird thing that we're doing where we are deifying poor people or people that are just beneath the wealthy, there are wealthy people who are evil because they robbed from other people. That's taxation. That is taxation. Now, there's some people that scam people. Oh, by the way, very specific races like the scam. I don't know, Indians, certain black people, you know, especially certain kinds of black people. But, you know, oh, but we got to be liberals, so we can't hate those black people or those Indians, even though they scam people. So it's like, I mean, again, people want to just say, oh, wealthy people are wrong and evil. No, they're not. They worked for their money. Now, if you want to talk about the people who are wealthy and they're likely evil for their wealth, okay. But then that means you're a bigot, and you don't want to be a bigot. So do you actually care about right and wrong, or do you just care about... Oh, this biatch is going down. You're done.
An enemy
Or do you just care about the optics, bro? You just care about appearing as if you are moral, but you don't actually hold a moral position. And that's the thing about a lot of people, is that they don't believe in anything that's moral. They just believe in whatever's expedient and whatever is socially acceptable to believe in. Oh, I'm going to be a raging Democrat because that makes me a good person. Well, what about the fact that you're bringing in a bunch of rapists and murderers to your country by believing in open borders and whatnot? Or what about, as a liberal, you believe in monetary practices that promote inflation, like, I don't know, social programs? And those social programs, they never work. And again, they're a weight on the economy. They hurt the economy. So you want more social programs, even though that actually makes people more poor. You believe in that kind of stuff because you're a freaking retard. That's why. And this is the issue with freaking liberals, is that they always think that they're smart. And we can go down the whole list. But it's like the ultimate outcome of their beliefs is always that of destitution. You will be left with nothing. You will become of nothing. And yes, it's because you voted Democrat. And then you have retards out there who are like, oh, I would never speak ill upon a Democrat. It's like, why not? So you would not speak ill upon actual evil? You would not speak ill upon actual evil. So then that means you are complicit with evil. That's what it means. So you're a piece of filth as well. So screw you too. Screw you. You know, if the whole world is evil, does that make me wrong? Because I'm not in the majority, I'm in the minority. I now need to side with wrong people to make myself right. Is that what I need to do? Because this is the way that people think. They actually think in this way where you need to accommodate yourself to other people's beliefs, even if you are wrong. Even if you are wrong. And Democrats, they don't have ideas. They don't have beliefs. Now, those are two separate points I just made. And I'm not going to go into both of them, but they don't have ideas. That's for one. They don't have beliefs. That's for two. And I've already spoken about in the past before the whole thing about beliefs. They don't believe in anything. I mean, they're subversionists and they are relativists by nature, leftists. They cannot and they will not believe in anything unless the collective tells them to believe in something. But again, that can be just contorted at any time. When the collective tells you, this is what makes you a bigot racist, they're like, oh, I don't believe that anymore, even though they believed in it for 200 years. You know, stuff like that. So anyways, there's a whole bunch of other things about it. They don't believe in anything, though. You just got to remember that. Oh. Biatch. Alright. See ya. So anyways, I forgot what I was tethering all that. Oh my, I missed. Oh, oh, that's gay. Oh, frick. Anyways, you have people who... I notice all the time that I always frontline, whether I'm a mage, whether I'm a freaking carry, whether I'm freaking solo, no matter what role I'm in, I'm always frontlining. My team, I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing. I never understand what they're doing.
Triple kill!
And we have no kills. Makes no sense. This happens in so many lobbies. We should be winning this lobby, but I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Anyways, moving on. So, oh yeah, so anyways, right, they eat the rich and, oh, you know, wealthy people. They had to hurt people to get to where they're at. And you know, like, I know that some people are so retarded, especially nowadays. Competing and winning against other people does not make you wrong and evil. Does not mean that you hurt somebody to get to where you're at. No, that's competition. Yeah, you do things in you know, in sports, for instance, to win against the enemy. It doesn't make you wrong and evil, it just means that you won. That's all it means. You're not wrong and evil for being a winner. But by the way, modern age is completely painted by moralism, breaking people over the freaking head over what's moral, what's not moral. Oh, you know, is that what an ethical person does? Is that what an ethical person doesn't do? People are so obsessed nowadays about saying who's ethical, who's not ethical, who's right, who's wrong. It's all based on these presumptions. That's like, whatever benefits me is good. Whatever's not with me is bad. And that's how a lot of, wow,
Triple kill.
good job.
Your left tower is
And that's how a lot of people think now. They just think in the method that whatever's to my direct benefit, that's what's good. Or, you know, some people think like Cox, where it's like, well, if I believe in something in a way that is good for everybody, and you just make up whatever everybody means, because we don't even know what that actually means. Well, okay, everybody, whatever that means. Well, if it's good for everybody, right, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, that whole kind of freaking thinking, that's not ethical either. Because it's like, who's the goose? And then who's the gander? There's never actually, especially in multicultural societies, there is no goose and there's no gander. There's white people, there's black people, there's Asian people, and they all have different beliefs, and they all have different desires than the other groups. So you're going to sit here and say that what's good for the goose is good for the gander, although what's good for a white man is not good for a black man. And that's a whole other conversation, but it goes deeper than just saying that, but whatever, who cares? What's good, but again, just simply speaking, without any analysis, and again, you can just figure it out for yourself if you really had to. Anyways, moving on. What's good for the goose is not good for the gander. You have to be a retard to believe in this kind of stuff, but this is, I've spoken about this many times, so I'm not going to go into great depth about it. But you know, this is how liberals think. This is how they think. This is what they believe. This is how they organize the thoughts. They're freaking retards. Very simple. Oh my. Oh my.
an ally has been slain. Your
Ow.
team has destroyed the pyromancer.
Retreat to the face.
I will be your shield. I shall protect you.
See ya, queer.
Godly wrath.
Oh, that was Morgan. That was more. Oh. I thought that was actually Athena. Wow.
An ally has been
That's
slain.
awkward.
Shimmering
An
radiance.
enemy has been slain.
Legacy shall endure.
Wow, this guy seriously has anti-healing.
To the face.
Behind us.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I was guessing someone else was up. It's not good.
Your right tower is under attack. An ally has been slain.
To the face.
Enemies incoming.
Oh no, I'm totally going down. Maybe, I don't know. Man, dude, Shock has an insane build, and it's countering me. Oh, it's countering me pretty hard. Yeah, of course, he revived. He might use his ulti on me. Yeah. I need to. I don't. Why are we having such a hard time? This is. Oh man, guys. Anyways, so yeah, you know, you're just noticing people say and think and believe certain things. They're just foolish. It's just foolish.
Your middle phoenix.
But they presume themselves to be intelligent because they're not thinking. So they're just letting other people think for them, and because other people are thinking for them, that makes them intelligent. Because your mindset, your intelligence is determined by the collective. So that's a huge problem, but you know, a lot of people, they don't see any problem with it until, right? Oh, you gotta wear a mask. Okay, but wearing a mask does nothing. Well, don't be a bigot. Oh, you gotta get the jab. Okay, but getting the jab is actually not good for you. It's not the fact that it, by the way, it does nothing and actually helps spread contagion more than anything. But also, it's not good for you. It's been proven to not be good for a lot of people. And by the way, Pfizer, they are immune for the next 75 years from any legal proceedings, any suing. They cannot be sued for the next 75 years, I think, or it's 90. But anyways, just basically everyone's gonna die before Pfizer can be freaking sued for their lies. Isn't that amazing that they're given that kind of immunity? But at least what's good for the goose is good for the gander. At least what other people tell me is right. At least now I know what's wrong, right? Because other people told you. You know, people for some reason, don't realize that they're retards when they still believe what other people tell them.
An enemy has been slain. Your
If by this point in time, you actually still believe that other people are not full of freaking BS, and that you should actually follow what other people tell you, if you actually still think that way in modern day, you're a freaking clown. Most people are full of freaking crap. Most people don't know what's coming out of their mouth. The second that you understand that is the second that you're actually intelligent. You're just baseline intelligent. At least you're kind of smart, right? At least you're not a raging retard idiot. At least. But you know, most people, they just don't care. They would rather be a raging retard idiot. That's what they would rather. So, it's interesting to notice, but I see how many people now are just absolute cocks. And they believe in all this freaking nonsense, like there's karma, right? Which again, karma doesn't exist. It's not real. It's this juju magic way of thinking. You know, you're turning like the energy of the cosmos into your concept and idea of God. That's all it is. You know, people today think that believing in God is freaking stupid and ridiculous. It makes you stupid, retarded. But then they believe in freaking crap like karma, which is 10 times worse than God. Especially since we know that karma's made up. It's freaking BS. There's no provable reality of karma. I mean, right? There's a bunch of infants, for instance, that die. There's tons of infants that die before they're even born. Abortion clinics. Is that their karma? Oh, yeah, you stored up all that negative energy. You deserve to die, fetus. I mean, how stupid do you have to be to believe in this stuff, man? But that's not the whole argument. It's just part of the argument that you can make. There's much more going on in that than just that argument. But I mean, that argument is sufficient. It's good enough. You don't actually need to think any further than that. But, you know, if we want to be autists about it and be like, well, sir, I need to have, I need to 3D chess my way to my intellect. I need to have far more positions behind what I believe in. Okay, well, you're stupid. That's number one. But, you know, there's other ways to think about it. I don't care about going through it, though. Anyways. Can we actually catch this guy? We're chasing this guy, which is hilarious. Ah, frick.
One must not be distracted by past misgivings.
Wow, wow.
Retreat. Be careful.
Yes.
My soldier.
What a frickin' dweeb, man. What a frickin' dweeb. My word. So anyways, you know, it's just like, oh, and by the way, I love, do you love, okay, so modern day people, right? Men and women have to work in the workforce because if they don't, then they can't afford the bills. You know what people do when both mommy and daddy are working a job? You know what they do? They hire a nanny. There's a phenomenon, a liberal phenomenon, because it's created by liberal problems. There's a phenomenon called men, husbands, banging the nanny. Why do you think that is? Because the nanny is in the most raw form of the mother's role. Compared to your wife. Your wife is a boss babe who's completely masculine and unattractive for being masculine. Men do not like it when women work jobs. Only women want men to believe that you should like it when a woman's working a job. But no guy's like, oh, thank God she's working a job. Oh, yeah, that's hot. No guy wants it. No guy wants it. Anyways, I mean, retards again. But again, don't you love this position where, well, men and women have to work a job? They both have to work a job in order to make ends meet. Do they now? Do they now? So why do you have a bunch of people then getting nannies for the kids? You are outsourcing. You are literally spending money, affording to outsource the role of the mother to an individual who's making a full yearly income off of looking after your kids. Think about how retarded that is, right?
Killing spree.
So you have these people who say, and they necessitate, well, I have to. My wife has to be a boss babe and go to work and work a job because we, and typically it's women making this argument really, but you know, cuck men as well. Anyways, right? So it's like, well, I have to go and work in some field, some industry because, you know, if I don't, we can't pay the bills and we can't afford things. And it's like, okay, but then you're going to afford somebody an entire yearly salary to look after your kids. And your husband's going to want to bang them unless they're completely fat and disgusting. Or maybe they still want to bang them. No. But, you know, I mean, you're seriously just outsourcing the mother. That's what you're doing. And you don't need to be working, but you're deciding to work. And by the way, that makes the economy worse. But, you know, there's so many problems. Okay, anyway. Makes the economy worse. It hurts the economy in more ways than one. And I'm not going into it. I've spoken about this so many times. But, you know, this is the issue with freaking liberals, is that they're retarded. Freaking retarded. Retardo.
Your team has destroyed the Gold Fury.
This Poseidon freaks me out. Anyways. This is a good build though, by the way. Anyway. Kind of, for the most part. But you know, it just shows how retarded most people are. The fact that they believe in these things. And they believe it without doubt, without question. It actually makes you a moron to not believe these things. Again, the foolishness of people. And again, it just doesn't make any logical sense. Again, so the mother's working a job so that you can afford another person. You know, basically, typically, it's always another woman. So that another woman can afford to be the mother of your children? And so now your kids are spending time with the nanny and not the mother? Why? I'm sorry. That's sincerely the best idea that we have for how people should be living their lives and orchestrating their families. That's the best way that we can think about doing it. You have to be retarded. You have to be retarded. You have to be retarded to think this way.
Your right tower is under attack.
Oh, okay. That's really bad. How am I missing that?
Will lead us to victory. You can't run from your fate.
Your right
Oh, come on. My gosh. Nice. Nice, Morgan. What is this? Okay, dog. Oh my. Homosexuals are at it again. Well, I mean, I was doing a good job at staying alive, but I wasn't doing a good job getting kills. I need to work on that. I don't know why I was throwing all my abilities like that. I should have been landing those. Anyways, it's just retarded. So you're having the woman, the mother, work a job so that you can afford someone else to be the mother. And instead of the mother spending time with the children, it's a nanny, some random woman spending time with the children. How stupid do you have to be? And that's a good thing? And that's ethical. People think that's ethical. Oh, but she's a boss babe. She's a girl boss. She's going to work. Oh, she's showing the patriarchy. Yeah, and she's also neglecting her children. And by the way, typically these couples also get divorced. So now you're splitting up a household, and now you're making a further fiasco out of the children's lives. But do we not care? So do we not care about the children? I mean, I know we don't care about the children because we don't care about abortion. And by the way, yeah, there's so many things about abortion. So just screw freaking liberals on that one. I mean, I do believe that liberals should be aborting their children because screw liberals. But, you know, just on the simple premise of abortion, screw you, you know. So, dear God, man, it's just like people are freaking stupid. That's the ultimate reality. when you actually look into these issues, people are dumb. They're actually dumb, and they think that they're freaking smart.
Destroy the right enemy phoenix.
Past misgivings.
They think that they're enlightened, and it's like, oh yeah, you're so enlightened that the economy's worse. It's getting worse because of you. You know, I mean, well, you know, like I'm speaking figuratively. Whenever they're in command, but, you know, like because of them, the economy's worse because of you. You know, crime rates are worse because of you. When we look at any topic or issue, everything gets worse because of you. The way that you look at the world makes it so that you don't spend time with your children, and instead they're spending time with some freaking random person that now you're deciding this should be a weird surrogate. Wow, he was getting wrecked. This person should be a random surrogate parent to my children, which makes, oh, come on. Yeah, I'm dead. Wow, that blows. That's no fun. Yeah, Poseidon's gonna wreck me. Where's my team? What are we doing? What are we doing? How do we allow that to happen?
Your middle phoenix is
What a
under
blunder.
attack. Your middle phoenix has been
I mean, we
destroyed.
lost. If Thanatos is sitting up there, Itanaami's right there, Sobek is right here. The positioning's all off. Right? We are down and out, and Thanatos is looking for a gank. Whenever a jungler's trying to play that way,
Is under attack.
you've lost.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, we lost. I mean, they're actually not doing the worst job here, but we're still not winning, you know? Sucks. Oh, man. He might... They're doing a good job defending. Typically, you lose here, but they're actually doing a good job defending at the very least. I think we still lose here. I don't think that we're gonna win. Shock has a lot of health. I think he can tank
Your
the
Titan is under attack.
Titan. Sadly. Yeah, I mean, they were doing a good job there, but the team wasn't good. I mean, come on, man. Why am I frontlining? And my backliners are not backing me up? I mean, right there, I got caught out of position, but it doesn't matter. Like you don't get to the point where the enemy team has Fire Giant and you're getting cornered by 5 players. You don't get to that point unless your team's bad. And of course, we know that the team was bad. For one, why am I top damage? I understand that I am Mulan. Why am I top damage, though? Why am I top damage? You know, like, why was I doing so well? Wow, he was doing a lot of healing. Thanatos. I did not enjoy that. Nope. Anyway, man, so, I mean, that's everything. I mean, you know, you look at so many things that the left believes in. And it's all retarded. All of it. It's all stupid. There's no part of it that's actually intelligent. You are retarding yourself as you choose to think and believe like a liberal. And you look at their positions and it's like the world gets worse because of what you guys believe in. You know, they hate on stuff like racism, sexism, and xenophobia. And it's like, well, xenophobia actually helps keep your society stable. Once you have a society that is a melting pot, I sometimes I swear that these are like propaganda bots that are saying stuff like this. But again, like if you're too retarded to understand this, a civilization that's a melting pot ends up being a war. And it's always happened this way throughout history. It ends up being a war between every single race. The blacks are upset for a reason. The Asians are upset for a reason. The whites, the Muslims, the Indians. Everyone, race is politics. Everyone's got their stake in the game. And listen, men and women think differently. Yes, there's differences between the sexes. But also, blacks and whites, Indians and Muslims, they think differently from one another. Yes, there are racial differences, and it's even psychological. There's a reason why different nations of different backgrounds, different ethnicities, they look and they act and they speak differently. There's a reason for that. But nowadays we're so stupid that we want to just choose to believe in a fictitious reality that does not exist. We hope on a star that everyone's equal and everyone's the same, and they're not. And you end up paying the price for it. But yeah, so anyways, what was that connecting into? It's foolishness. Is absolute foolishness. And if you can't catch yourself in your stupidity, you're a freaking idiot. But outside of that, what was the other point I was making? You know, and there's just a lot of ways where people think nowadays that is just the antithesis to having convictions, right? Be careful, don't say things a certain way or else karma's coming after you. Karma? Karma doesn't exist. So again, I mean, it's someone that already agrees with the premise, the position. That's what it is. That's what karma is. I believe that racism is bad. If you say racist things, bad things will happen to you. That's you believing in something and you're looking for a confirmation bias. That's what karma is. Because it's like, okay, how about this? I think that people of color, that when they back talk to a white person, they should be hanging from a tree. That's karma. Right? And like, this is the issue. It's like, oh, well, what if someone disagrees with that? No, that's karma. The laws of the universe agree with me. See, it's anti-rhetorical. That's the problem. You're not actually believing in something that is reasonable, sensible, or something that you actually determined on your own. You don't hold a conviction that was rationally thought out. And again, you can believe in anything that's rationally thought out. The problem is, it's not. You know, because maybe there is a good reason to hang people from trees, but that's not what you're doing. You're not coming up with good reasons for anything. Instead, you're just being lazy and you just want to think that the universe agrees with you, who happens to be egalitarian. So you assume that the universe is egalitarian. You are a fool, and now you have a God complex, and the God is the collective, and you're just a little peon amongst the many fragments of God. You're a fool. But you have a lot of people who think in this way, especially nowadays. It's a growing number of people who think in this way. And that's what I find so amazing. So many people who think they're smart, or so many people who think that they're speaking an omen, but they don't actually know what it is that they're saying. And they don't know the true way of their words or their thoughts, their ideas, their beliefs. Just absolute foolishness the whole way around. So, what was the other point I was going to mention there? Oh yeah, but anyways, when you pay attention to what a liberal thinks, says, and believes, you just have to look at, well, what's the outcome of what they believe? Oh yeah. And that's the other thing. So, xenophobia maintains the stability of a nation because you're not bringing in outsiders who don't think like you, and they never will. It's amazing how blacks don't think like white people, for instance, in America, and they don't want to. But then people keep on thinking, well, at least if I'm not racist, they're eventually going to be won over to our side. How about you stupid, retarded liberal actually sit down, speak with, and involve yourself with a black person? You will realize that they will never be like you. It's just that simple. But you don't get that because you're a freaking retard. So that's the whole thing on xenophobia. I mean, again, people of different races, they're never going to be the same, and therefore they're never going to wish to govern their societies the same. So you're better off doing what? Yes, you need segregation. You need the races to be in separate regions and domains, separate from one another. That's what you need. Or else you're going to have a lot of conflict, a lot of death. And again, like, well, and this is the issue with liberals. So is that better? Should people, because of these racial tensions, should people just be dying or having a whole bunch of economical issues? Should we have that instead? No, that's stupid and that's retarded. That's ridiculous. So, like, you know. And it is just as simple as what it is I just said right there. I know that what I just said right there. A liberal would love to hijack what I just said and try and contort it for their own message, but just screw whatever a liberal thinks and says. I don't care. I mean, you can't care because they will always pervert whatever it is you think and say. So that's just how the left works. I mean, seriously, they are the epitome of evil. So anyways, again, like they say stuff like, oh, don't be a racist, right? Well, being racist means that by the way, there is no such thing as racism by how a leftist looks at it. No, there's just differences amongst races. That is just reality. There's no such thing as racism. There is just reality, which means what? Yes, different races are different from each other. Same thing with men and women. Men and women are in no way the same. They're not the same. But then they complain about sexism. And it's like, you're just a freaking retard. It is so clear that the two are different, and you cannot fathom that men and women are not the same. So anyways, man, it's just interesting thinking about all of it because you have so many people who are just foolish and they believe in things that are foolish and they don't know the real reason, rhyme, or cause to their way of thinking. So they just say things that are false. They believe in things that are false, but they don't actually know why they stand by what they stand for. And if you actually challenge them on their rhetoric, it would fall apart. And it's not even that. Because sometimes rhetoric is just imaginary, right? That is the truth. There comes a point where rhetoric is just imaginary. And one of the issues is that you might have a great rhetoric, but someone wants to paint you as morally evil for your correct rhetoric. You can say something that's true, and because it offends people so deeply, they dislike you, they hate you, they're upset, whatever. And so they try to deplore your position, right? And that's another issue where there comes a point where we reason ourselves to irrationality. We reason ourselves to death. And that's to the point where it's not rational, it's emotional, but it's like you're utilizing your emotional sentiment to then irrationally rationalize against a rational conclusion, to ultimately turn a truth into a falsehood is what you're doing. And that's something interesting. That's an interesting dynamic. It's an interesting paradox in some ways. By the way, life is paradoxical, but in many ways, and this is one of those things that's a paradox, right? Just the whole thing about rationality and contorting it for the sake of emotional sentiment, but we don't have to get into that. It's a whole thing. But it is an interesting paradox. Anyway, but people in modern day, they want to believe themselves to be correct, even though reality. So again, the whole thing with rhetoric, right? Rhetoric, when it's rational, is oftentimes very correct. The issue with rhetoric is that people do everything in their power to hijack rhetoric. So you can't even always rely upon rhetoric because of how much people, again, you can say something that's true, but because people are so offended by the truth, they try to pressure you to not speak the truth. So there just comes a point where it's very difficult to speak truthfully, think truthfully, rationally. And people will do everything in their power to silence you for being a rational agent. And now we have algorithms doing that for us too. YouTube algorithm, whatever. So that is also very fascinating, right? Now we have algorithms trying to enforce that we cannot think in a rational, truthful manner. Which just makes people more and more upset and fed up with things. But, but that's the thing though. So anyways, past rhetoric, the number one way that you have to understand whether or not a liberal is a retard and that whatever it is they think and believe in is a complete farce is just look at the outcome of their ideas and beliefs. Look at the outcome, because every time you follow a liberal, it ends in disaster and devastation. That's what happens. It's only that. There's no prosperity. There's no stable population. There's no happy or just simply content people. There's none of that. Wellness goes down, prosperity goes down when you listen to the left, when you listen to liberals. It's always been this way all throughout history, especially in Rome and especially in Greece. It's happened for all of history. But again, these people, they always assume themselves to be highly intelligent, even though they are the product of your own end, your own ruin. I find it fascinating looking at these issues. So again, we look at issues like, for instance, how women necessitate themselves entering the workforce, and all you're doing is you're just leaving your kid now with a freaking nanny instead of the mother. And these women, they become raging, narcissistic, psychopathic, feminists, right? Liberals, leftists, seething all the time. That's all they become entering the workforce. So instead of spending time with your mother, now your mother's going off to enter the workforce and become a raging psychopath who the husband, your father, is not having a good time with her. And that's why we've seen such massive divorce rates nowadays. In part because women, it's because women are divorcing men, but even furthermore, it's because women who enter the workforce, they become insane. And when they become insane, there is no union, no synergy between men and women. It becomes very difficult as a man to actually have a relationship with a woman because of this reason. Your whole relationship just falls apart. There's so many issues with it. And again, women entering the workforce just makes them more masculine. So you have all these problems and they just stack and stack and stack until everything falls apart. And that's what happens. Everything falls apart. And then it happens to be the man's fault, right? Unfortunately. And then there's problems there too. But, you just look at the outcome. And again, and then the other issue is that, well, now you don't have a father in the picture. You don't have a proper mother figure in the picture who's doing what she's supposed to be doing, her role, which is not to be working, and it is to be taking care of the kids. Love of God. None of it works out, and no one's happier because of it. Nobody. So, you just destroy a lot of families, people, and then civilization in the end. It's terrible. But then people think that they're intelligent, and they think that they are enlightened and wise for being a liberal. When no, all you are is categorical evil. And either you are too malicious or too stupid to see it. It's that simple. And effectively, you have rationalized your own ruin as well. Based on an emotional sentiment, nonetheless. So, anyway, that is it. I will, I guess, yeah, we're done here. With this, me just voicing a match or two. We're gonna go back into no commentary, or maybe I think I'm just gonna make this a separate video. Actually, it makes sense to do that. So I guess this was a separate video. Anyway, we will be playing other games after this. Alright guys, so I've been going through the footage and I've actually made the decision to be throwing in one of my matches playing as Morgan. No commentary. I decided to throw it in just one more match for the video. So, it was a pretty good match. I mean, for the most part, I think we lost it. I don't remember. Anyways, I'm just bridging right here. I was actually thinking I was going to be ending the video, but instead, we're heading right into the no commentary. So, that is that, and I will, well, I guess I'll stop talking, and I will see you in that match in the next 2 seconds.
Thanks.
No problem. We got this. Ha! Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
First blood.
Let's settle this with style. My style. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Balance is
An enemy
overrated.
has been slain.
Let me tip the scales.
An ally has been slain.
Let's settle this with style. My style. There's no running from me. Ha! Balance is overrated. Let me tip the scales.
An enemy has been slain.
Me clap
Balance
for
is
you.
overrated. Let me
Be
tip
right
the
back.
scales. One strike is all I need. There's no running from me. On my way!
An ally has been slain.
For me. Judgment is my domain.
Your right tower is under attack. An enemy has left the game. An enemy has returned. An
Balance
enemy
is
has been
overrated.
slain.
Let me tip the scales.
Though we
You have
die,
been slain.
You will never be free of us. Unfortunate.
Your right tower is under attack. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your right tower is under attack.
is overrated.
Be right back.
Let
Be
me
right
tip
back.
the scales.
Okay.
Balance is overrated. Let me
An
tip the
ally
scales.
has been slain.
It's like that.
An enemy
I'll
has
be
been
back to
slain.
fix this mess.
Your right tower is under attack.
Enemy missing metal! Thanks!
Your right tower is under attack. An ally has been slain.
Tools of war.
An enemy has been slain. Your right tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack.
Gank right lane. On my way. Balance is overrated. There's no running from me. Scales.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your middle tower is under attack.
Let's settle this with style. There's no running from me.
An enemy has been slain.
There's no running from me. Balance is overrated. Let me tip the
Enemy
scale. It's
missing.
lights out for you. There's no running from me. Balance is overrated. Let me tip the scale. I need. There's no running from me.
Your right tower is under attack.
On my way!
Balance is overrated. Let me tip the scales. There's no running from me.
Killing spree.
I'll be back to.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Attack the
Well
gold,
done.
attack the gold fury.
Your right tower is under attack. Your
On my
middle
way.
tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Your team has destroyed the Gold Fury.
An enemy has been slain.
Fantastic!
Your middle tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack. An enemy has been slain.
Me always here for hugsies.
Glorious tools of war.
Whoopsies!
Gank right lane. On my way.
Killing spree. Double kill. Shut down. Your left tower is under attack. Rampage.
Enemy missing
An ally
left.
has left the game. Has arrived. An ally has returned. An ally has been slain. Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
Me clap big for you.
Bow to your ruler.
Get out of this.
Shackles meet my flame.
Attack!
Yeah.
Hammer time!
Enhancement aura. My
You have
slain an enemy.
cannot fall.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower. An ally has been slain. Your left tower is under attack.
Retreat! Enemy ultimate
Be careful in the
incoming!
jungle.
Enemy ultimate incoming!
Your left tower has been destroyed.
Enemy missing right! Be careful, middle! Enemies in the left jungle! On my way!
Attack the Gold Fury.
An ally has been slain.
On my way!
The enemy team has destroyed the Gold Fury.
Enemy missing left.
An ally has been
Retreat!
slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your right tower is under attack. Your right tower has been destroyed.
Be careful, middle! Enemies in the right jungle!
Your right tower is under attack. Your right tower has been destroyed. Slay an enemy.
Judgment is my domain.
Killing spree.
Nowhere to run. Nowhere to help for you.
All magic flows to me.
Balance is over. There's no running from me.
Double kill.
Welcomes me.
Ha! Even
Shut
justice
down.
needs a dramatic exit sometimes.
An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
Okay.
Get out of this.
Double kill. Killing spree. Deicide. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed. Bring it on. Your middle tower is under attack. Rah! Your right phoenix is under attack. Shut down!
By the shackles!
Your middle tower is under attack.
Meet my flames! Technology
Shut down!
has failed me.
Me clap big for you.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack. Retreat!
Judgment is my domain. There's no running from me.
Save yourself! Retreat!
The pyromancer has arrived.
Up go squishy wall. Enemy ultimates down.
An ally has been slain. Retreat! An ally has been slain. Double kill.
The guilty always fall. Balance is
Triple kill! Killing spree.
Enhancement
Bring the pain. Boom! An ally has been slain. Deicide. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed.
might of the new age.
Your middle phoenix is under attack. Your middle phoenix has been destroyed.
Counter their curses. Power and manipulate.
The enemy team has destroyed the Gold Fury.
Be careful, middle.
Attack the fire giant! Attack the fire giant!
Cancel that. Defend the fire giant.
An ally has been slain.
Double kill. Rampage.
Group up!
Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide.
Get up this.
Balance is overrated. Let me
It's
take my
like
down
nails.
for you.
An ally has
Group
been
up.
slain.
Okay.
There's no running from me.
An ally has been slain.
Killing spree.
You will
Deicide.
Me always here
Elysium
for
will welcome
hugsies.
you. Cancel that.
The enemy team has destroyed the fire
Me
giant.
always here for hugsies.
We'll get them next time.
Group up. Thanks.
Group up. I'm building stacks.
The enemy team has destroyed the pyramid.
Your left tower is under attack.
Patience. Very well then.
Group up.
Be careful.
Your right phoenix is under attack. An ally has been slain. Your right phoenix is under attack. You have been slain. Your right phoenix has been destroyed.
Patience.
Your middle phoenix is under attack. An ally has been slain.
Rampage.
Your titan is under attack.
Thanks.
Defeat.
Me always here for hugsies.